Seneca said that it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. I believe that's true. Right now in the world, we have a consumerism that is off the charts. We have FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, and that idea that we always have to be in search of more, chasing the more. And I want to share with you a story that I heard recently that kind of really brought this home for me, and I think that you'll like it. So what I'd really like to do is talk about why we always have this idea that we need to have more. Why isn't it that having enough is good enough? And there's definitely a desire that we should have to pursue and to gain and to grow and to progress and to build and to have more. But that should be balanced with recognizing and being grateful for what we have already. I hope that you will get to the point where you can say, I have enough. So let's listen to this story. This is a story told by a gentleman who was apparently invited to the party of a billionaire. Joseph Heller, an important and funny writer, now dead, and I were at a party given by a billionaire on Shelter Island. I said, Joe, how does it make you feel to know that our host only yesterday may have made more money than your novel Catch-22 has earned in its entire history? And Joe said, I've got something that he can never have. And I said, what on earth could that be? And Joe said, the knowledge that I have enough. That is so powerful. I think that especially if you want to become somebody who is more stoic and more building on values and principles that are meaningful and lasting, you're going to want to get to the point where you feel like you have enough, and then go from there. So my recommendation is to make sure that first, this is how I would feel good about having enough. First off, you make sure that you're making more money than you're spending. Have a positive cash flow. Second, make sure that you have a strong savings account. Savings account that could weather most any storm. Now there's all kinds of storms out there, and there's some things that are probably going to be way beyond our capacity. But if you have enough savings that you could take care of about 80 or 90% of life's stuff that throws at you, you're going to be okay. The next thing is making sure you're out of debt. Don't owe anyone any money, especially credit cards, especially personal loans. It's okay to have a mortgage and a car loan if you're working to get those things taken care of, because those are manageable debts. Definitely maintain your manageable debts. Then build a nice cushion of savings, even additional emergency fund. Build a savings that you can pay for things. Build a savings that you basically can take care of any deductibles you have with medical expenses or any car expenses or whatever insurance won't cover. And then make sure you have all the insurance that you need. Life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance. If you have insurance and have enough, have an umbrella policy, you're going to feel way more calm, and the stress is going to be reduced in your life. Another thing that's powerful is to begin to build towards your retirement, and knowing what that dollar amount is every month, making sure that you're in an automated system to build towards your financial independence number. I've done several videos on how to calculate your financial independence number, so I won't do that here, so you can check up here to see what you want to do to get that taken care of for you. There's something that's really important though, it's about a mindset, a poor mindset versus a rich mindset. And so I want to talk a little bit about something called a locus of control. This is a psychological term, and I'm going to read this straight out of a book that I highly recommend. It's called Start Thinking Rich, written by two authors, Brad Klontz and Adrienne Brambilla. Brad Klontz is somebody I've followed for a long time as a financial professional. Adrienne Brambilla invented the Brambilla method, really well-known guy in a lot of the affiliate marketing spheres. So this is a really good book. Let me read this to you, what this says. I think this is really important. It says here, how do you make the shift from a poor mindset to a rich mindset? And this goes back to, I'll tie this into how this is working with having enough. It's all about control. Psychologist Julian Rotter found that a person's behavior is reinforced by their beliefs about why things are happening in their lives. So think about that. How do you feel? What are your beliefs about why things happen to you in your life? The amount of power someone gives to things that happen to them determines their locus of control. Those who think the system is rigged and they are powerless to change it have an external locus of control, meaning they put all their control on external circumstances. The people who believe they can change their circumstances can become wealthy will be able to do so. That's called an internal locus of control. So if you believe that everything out there is happening to you, you are somebody who's dependent or codependent, like everything happens to the man. There's no way out of this. You have no control. Everything that's your environment is basically depicted your destiny. If you believe that, then you're probably never going to be rich. You're going to be poor for the rest of your life. That's a poor mindset. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money, but you could still be in a poor mindset. And in a poor mindset, you never have enough. In a rich mindset, which means you have the ability and belief that you have control, then that has a huge difference. And let me continue reading here. An internal locus of control is crucial for having a rich mindset. It leads to higher levels of achievement, higher net worth, stronger motivation, a greater drive to succeed, a dedication to personal growth, and more goal-directed behaviors. The bottom line is that people with an internal locus of control are more likely to become wealthy. They have a burning desire to learn higher paying skills, then they leverage those skills to make more money. They use financial knowledge to get their money working for them instead of the other way around. If you want to overcome a system that seems stacked against you, you need to develop an internal locus of control. Now, this is not to say that there aren't things that are stacked against us, that there aren't people out there with nefarious purposes and designs to kind of pull one over on us. That's still true. But the fact that if you believe that you have no control, that you have zero responsibility for your situation because it's what's happened to you has been done to you, then you're going to stay in a very poor mindset forever. But if you believe that you can make a difference and make a change, now you have a chance. Let me read here. In the other direction, an external locus of control creates a poor mindset. It perpetuates feelings of helplessness and hopelessness and comes with a tendency to give up easily. How can you tell if you have an external locus of control? Observe your reaction to a stressful situation. Do you blame others? Do you become depressed or hopeless? Or do you gather yourself and start working on a plan of action? Do you max out your credit cards or master your spending? Do you run from discomfort and conflict or face them head on? If you tend toward an external locus of control, don't freak out. You're already changing it by reading this book or by watching this video. The great thing about mindsets is that they are changeable. It starts with acknowledging where you are and taking small steps to shift your perspective. When you find yourself feeling helpless, ask yourself, am I really 100% powerless in this moment? Over time, you'll start to see that about 99.99% of the time, you are not totally powerless to improve your situation. Once you see that you have the power to take even one little step forward, you've already shifted to an internal locus of control. I believe that mindset changes everything. If you believe that you can become wealthy and you develop the skills, you obtain the knowledge, the education, the literacy, you have a chance to become wealthy and you have a chance to turn income into wealth and build a massive bank account. I hope that you'll get to the point where you feel like you don't need more, you don't want a bunch of extra things, that you feel confident and you feel calm and serene and temperate with the things that you have, and that you feel like, you know what, I have enough. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't go out and pursue more or you can't build a strong business. Start with getting to the point where you feel like, you know what, I have enough, I'm good. But I want to do a little bit more, to give a little bit more back to humanity, to build a little bit better place, to leave the world a little bit better place than I left it. I hope this video helps you understand why it's so important for you to realize that you are in control. You have control of your destiny, and you can make the changes necessary to turn your income into wealth and build a massive bank account. If you're married or have a significant other where you're sharing money and you kind of argue from time to time about money, you're going to want to watch this last video where I share exactly what it is about money that really takes marriages and puts them on that slippery slope towards divorce. Until the next video, have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the next one.